Hello. Hi, a very warm welcome to the outside in the shed in Aberdeenshire. I hope that you can see me and I hope that you can hear me. And I've got Neil. Yes, indeed, we're live indeed. Sharon Grant and Richard Given are watching. How lovely. Great to have you. And there's a whole bunch of people joining us. Christine McPhail, Elma and Gordon are watching. Wonderful. Welcome to Outside. It's a bit parky. We've got Neil Birse is here smiling at the moment, but whether he's smiling in half an hour is another question. We've got Christine, Elma, Gordon, Alison, Jennifer, Noreen, Frida, Pam. Excellent. Lots of people joining in. I hope you're keeping nice and cozy inside. Good evening, Noreen, to you. Jean Caron and Joni and Jamie Sutherland is watching. Evening to you, Jamie. And Gordon Calder saying, hi, Neil and Fiona. Good to see you. Good to see you too. And hi, Brian. Crossword coming up. Mary McPhee, Mary Taylor, and two others. And Frida Baxter. Good evening. Trisha Donovan. Good evening. Mary Scrimmager, Molly, and Ed Crozier, great to see you, Ed, as well. I don't know if it's as cold as this in Glasgow. Robin Cook, Sheila Hill. It almost feels like it's foggy in here outside. Ishmael Grant and Lorraine. Hi, Lorraine. Good to have you with us. Mary Scrimmager. Hi. Betty Hunter. Nina McNeil and three other people. Santa, hello from Charente to Sam, Santa, Andrew and Kirstine, Dorothea from Edinburgh, Isabella Ferguson, Robert and Mary Wilson, isn't this lovely, Isabel Foley, Santa Walker's watching, excellent. Can you see the breath? This is Baltic. I'm not kidding. Are you okay, Neil?
I'm quite okay. I've got gloves this week.
Neil is going to play the piano with his gloves on. Hi, Ina and Karen and Donna and Alison and Alex. Yes, we're all outside. It's freezing in Glasgow. Where's Francis? I will get Francis to light a fire, but he's actually, Patricia, hello, he's lit the fire inside. As you know, we're not allowed inside, so we're outside. John Bett is watching. Welcome, John Bett. And Sarah. Lovely. They're in Edinburgh. And Susan Johnson. Hi from Stuart in Northumberland. Wonderful. And Betty and Carol. It's lovely to know where everybody is from. Andy and, Alistair Gillis and Mulgai and Aunt Angela are watching. They'll be nice and cosy in Mulgai. Nancy, Pam Dignan and Isabel, great, from Elgin, and Elizabeth and Jean Thompson are watching. Well, I know we've got France, I know we've got Elgin, Glasgow. Are your folks watching, do you think, maybe?
It's possible.
Possible.
It's
Your
possible.
Sister in Shetland?
Yes, she went back on a Friday.
Right.
So I think it was quite a rough crossing, but she's there now.
Yes.
She's loving Shetland.
Shetland is amazing. I don't know if she's watching, but Gillian, as was Icebuster, a wonderful singer. Gillian lives in Shetland with her family. I don't fancy the crossing. Joan Johnson from Inverness is watching. Hi, Joan. Lovely to have you with us. Isn't it wonderful how this whole live thing connects all of us together like this? And even if we're outside and you're inside thinking, what the heck, we've got no Christmas tree. We've made a little bit of an effort. Do you see the candles? They're there just to cheer us up a little bit. Well, I know that it is not Hello Mary Spate from Poole and Dorset. John Bett, tell Neil to take his gloves off before he plays. No, he can play with gloves on.
Well, we'll find out.
Well, we'll find out if he can play. I thought we'd start with a song that you all know that gives us all hope, because we know that it's still January and it's pretty Baltic, but the summertime is coming. In what key are we going to do this?
D, shall we?
D flat?
Oh, D flat. Oh yeah, it was D
Yes,
flat.
D flat. I sing in all sorts of keys. Of course, we don't have time to rehearse this. D flat. Oh, the summertime is coming, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme grows around the heather, will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pull wild mountain thyme, all around the blooming heather, will you go, lassie, go? I will build my love a tower by yon clear crystal fountain, and on it I will pile all the flowers of the mountain. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pull wild mountain thyme, all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? If my true love he were gone, I would surely find no other to pull wild mountain thyme, all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? All together. And we'll all go together to pull wild mountain thyme, all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? How about we go up a semitone? Oh, the summertime is coming, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pull wild mountain thyme, all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pull wild mountain thyme, all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? Will you go, lassie, go? Will you go, lassie, go? Well done. If you were singing along to that at home, I really hope you were, because it's one of those that, I don't know, no matter where you are, you just feel like joining in and singing and not thinking about the cold and not thinking about too much, frankly, because it's best not to. I hope everyone at home is keeping well, and that you're keeping cozy. And Neil's got a cup of tea there, and as you can see, he can play very well with his gloves on. I'm putting my other glove on because it is a little chilly. Let me see who else is with us. Betty Wilson, Denny Barnes. Welcome, Denny. Lovely to have you with us. Jeannie Martini and Sean, they've joined us all the way from Canada. They're near Toronto. And Muriel is saying hello to Betty, which means we've lost Muriel and Betty already because they're already having a conversation. That's okay. Louis, pick up. Great to see you. Great to have you. And Patricia Wilson. How lovely. That's great. I'm going to ask Neil to play now. Many of you will know Neil Birse now because he has played on this kitchen concert quite a lot over these weeks, months, and goodness, nearly a year. Not much short of a year. For those of you who don't know Neil, you studied at
Guildhall in London.
Guildhall in London.
Jazz piano.
So you majored in jazz piano, and then during your student time, you did a lot of gigs and
Lots of various gigs, hotel gigs, function gigs, weddings.
Yeah.
Some singer-songwriter things as well with other people.
Yes.
Yeah, all sorts of different types of music.
And also recording. You've been recording, and you had a record of the week on a jazz.
Yeah, Jazz FM was on a track that was track of the week, and then was playlisted for I think the last month
And what's the name of that track? It's
Difficult
jazz.
question.
It's jazz. It doesn't matter.
I co-wrote that track and everything.
He co-wrote the track and cannot remember the title. And here am I
Glasshouse.
trying to promote and plug it and plug you and
It's Glasshouse.
Glasshouse.
And you'll find it under Ray Astaire.
Ray Astaire. So look up Ray Astaire and not
Glasshouse.
Fred Astaire,
No, not
But-
Fred Astaire.
but Ray Astaire and Glasshouse. What are you going to play for us just now? Well,
Well-
I know we've got some requests, so I was going to go and get a bit of paper while you're
I
playing.
was thinking I could play Misty.
Misty, wonderful. Now that will date back quite a long time.
Quite a long time, yes. It was written by Errol Gardner. I think it might have been written by somebody else, but he sold the rights or something. There was some story. It might have been a different tune, but I think there was some story.
So Errol Gardner, it's a real favourite.
Yeah.
Neil Birse playing Misty.
Thank you. skiing.
I think it's all the more impressive because you're playing with gloves. I don't think I've ever seen a pianist play with gloves on and be so absolutely amazing. Oh, Francis is coming to give you a... I think you can come in, Francis, and give this to Neil as an award. My husband is a very romantic person.
I grew this myself.
He grew this himself.
How impressed are you? Oh.
Wow.
No.
There you go.
Hey,
this
please.
is for you, Neil.
That's quite something. Thank you very much.
The Percy thrower of the
The
Northeast.
Percy thrower of the Northeast. I hope you're getting your clue ready, Francis.
Oh,
Watch the electrics. This is a very sophisticated setup here.
The clue is, who is Eric Blair?
The clue from the golfer this evening is Eric Blair. Is it?
Who is Eric Blair?
Who is Eric Blair?
Is that cryptic or just factual?
Is it cryptic or factual?
It's factual.
It's
Okay.
factual. Who is Eric
Or
Blair?
who was Eric Blair?
Or who was?
Ah,
Who was Eric Blair?
could be Eric Blair.
Your cabbage is being greatly admired. That looks great, Francis, says Jamie Sutherland. And Morrigan MacLeod, Mitchell and Kathleen, they're watching. Did you like Francis's cabbage as well? Tricia and George and Margaret Young, great to have you with us. And John Bett. Oh, John Bett's got the answer already. You're going to have another clue. George Orwell.
Right.
Very good. We would expect nothing less. John Bett. Rose Stewart, Aberdeen artist, question mark. No, you're thinking of, who is Rose thinking of when she said an Aberdeen artist? For
Well, Blair.
Blair.
She's thinking of Eric.
Eric Auld.
Eric
You're
Auld.
thinking of Eric Auld.
Really.
But George Orwell is the answer. Francis, you're going to have to do better than that. It was too easy.
Mary Ann Evans.
Who was Mary Ann Evans? My husband spent so many weeks in detention at school that he has an encyclopedic knowledge of all sorts of trivia that, frankly, most of the world have not a Scooby about. Listening in Oban, hello Ilsa. Rose Stewart saying, oops, yes, Eric was the common denominator. And that was a big cabbage, said Anne. You've no idea what we can grow here. George Eliot?
Very good.
Rose got that one right. Linda Nolan is in Portugal. Hello, welcome. And George Eliot and Tricia Donovan's also got it. Francis's clues are too easy, they're saying. You're welcome, Mary. So they're all speaking to one another now, which is always good. If you had a moment, sir, could you bring me a cup of something warm? Are you okay?
I'm grand, thank you.
Okay, excellent. Well, we've had a few requests, not get off, which I've had that kind of request before. What are you doing? There's been some lovely requests from over in France. So I would like to say hello to Tom and Maggie Abrahams, who are watching from Mascambay. Hello, I have been there and love the house, love the vista. The hills are alive, it's beautiful out there. And also I'd like to say hello to Kirstine and Andrew and Santa and Sam. And I'd like to say hello to Sam's parents, the Downs, who are also in France. Oh, here is my little list. Thank you very much. Yes, we've got Nick and Diane Downs, who are also in France. And in Denmark, Hel and Vibeke Björg. So I thought for all of you in France and loving Scotland as you do, will we do the Skyline of Sky?
Yes, let's.
Would that be a nice one
Yes,
to do?
let's.
I don't know if you've ever been to Skye. I know that my family have all been to Skye and they hail from Skye. But this beautiful song, The Skyline of Sky, sung by my father, sung, I'm sure, by my uncle Alistair Gillis. And I just feel that the islands, it's lovely just to think about the islands. Hello, Frank. We are keeping well, thank you, and hope you're keeping well too. Frank Crombie is watching. So, what key am I doing this in? Okay, is that my introduction? That'll do. The islands are calling me back home again, and I long for the skyline of sky. though I loved him so. The blue mountains whispered, you're foolish to go. As I sailed with the tide, something died here inside. How I cried for the skyline of sky. Tune that keeps haunting my heart with a sigh. It tells of our parting that sad afternoon. It's the song of the skyline of sky. The road to to the sea, and that's where my love will be waiting for me, and together we'll stay till we're both old and grey, 'neath the beautiful skyline of sky, 'neath the beautiful skyline of a sky. Family, thank you. That was lovely, and I loved your instrumental break. You think that we rehearsed that? I don't know how he's playing with these gloves on, and I don't know, I mean, with the conditions that we are all in outside, of course, there isn't a chance but to properly do anything. But what is lovely is that we are still able to do this and, you know, feel like we've got a whole lovely family with us. It's really lovely. Thank you, Isabella and Isabel and Trisha. Lovely. And Brian, thank you, Brian. I also would love to say hello to friends. So we've said hello in Toronto to the McInnes family. In the US of A, I'd love to say hello to Joy Newby. She is a lovely friend who's had a song recorded by Francine Honey, and it's really worth listening to. It's called I'm Coming Home. And it's just lovely. So look up I'm Coming Home, Francine Honey, written by Joy Newby, who lives in Nashville, Tennessee. Also Anne Finn Detlef, so I'd like to say hello to Anne. She joins us every week. And Bob, and you know who you are, Bob's Daily Dose. And in Australia, Susanna. In Dublin, Leanna Phillips. I'd like to say she sent me a lovely message today. So hello, Leanna. And of course in Portugal, the Nolans and the Reeds, because they're in Portugal and great friends. So, would you like to do a little something?
Oh yes.
Yes.
Yes, I could play
What would you like?
Take the A-Train by Duke Ellington.
Take the A-Train by Duke Ellington.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be great.
Do you think they had snow in Portugal? Because Spain had all of that snow.
Have you had snow in Portugal? That's not a crossword or a cryptic clue. How is the weather in Portugal? Is it snowing? Is it cold? Are you all stuck in? Request, please, Fiona, the maple tree if you can. We can, Frida. We'll do the maple tree.
Okay, so.
just showing off now. Look at that, gloves, how amazing. Oh, that fantastic. Are they special gloves, Neil?
No, it's just accurate guesswork, I think.
It's brilliant. I mean, I don't know how you're doing it, because even on an electric keyboard, that is going to be very difficult.
Yeah, it's good practice.
We'll know all about it, but that was fantastic. That was just, yes, lots of hearts being thrown up. Wow, that'll warm you up. Brilliant, said Ed Crozier. Huge rounds of applause from Trisha Donovan. You've got a fan club here. You've got no idea that everybody's applauding and doing, and Patrick Stewart's watching, and they're all thinking it's amazing. You may be wondering what the noise is. I do have family staying at home, just in case you're wondering what the racket is. And Maria Björk Nokia is watching. Beautiful Fiona, love from Maria and Rasmus and Kel and Rebecca in Denmark. Irene, Sandra Young. Oh, it's just, we've got a whole bunch of people out there. Thank you for your company. It's great.
It's like my first live gig this year.
First live gig this year, says Neil. I mean, that's... Well, we're only in January.
Crowd gathering.
We're doing our best to bring a crowd, but we've got a crowd out there. I mean, that's a crowd like no other. Remember when we went to play in the Mogai Town Hall?
Yes.
Or in the Mogai... It was the Mogai Folk Club. And that was a year ago in November, and it was crammed, packed, full, and we were supposed to go back, last October, November, but maybe this year. Things are looking better, aren't they? I think they are. I think they're looking a lot better. Anne Anderson is watching. Think Francis needs to put a wee heater in for you. Hint, hint. Thank you. Betty Hunter, hello Irene. I've ordered heaters, but they haven't arrived yet. Special heaters for outside. Hi, Margaret Young saying, my late mum loved Alistair Gillis singing Ailey. Well, Uncle Alistair will be watching, and he will be very chuffed to hear that. That's when we can do a kitchen concert with Uncle Alistair. I'm sure he will sing Ailey for you. And Janie Danielle, looks really cold. Keep warm. We're fine. It's amazing. It's just, we're fine. We're fine. Thinking to next week. Next week, of course, is Burns Week. I mean, and Burns is now not just a night, but it's almost usually 2 weeks. And at this time of year, normally John Bett, myself, Georgia May Drennan, and a wonderful cast, Neil Selders, everyone, we would all be involved in the Nay Ordinary Burns Supper. But, of course, that can't be this time around, but that's just the way things go. So what is happening that I would love to bring to everyone's attention, and I'm sure Georgia May will put up a link, is an extraordinary Burns Supper, which the University of Aberdeen are putting on next Monday at 7:30. So after the kitchen concert, we'll be doing a tribute to Burns. We'll have our own wee Burns supper outside. But look up the university site. I'm quite sure they will have it there. There's some amazing people involved. We will have a wonderful address to the haggis from much loved Northeast entertainer Robert Lovey. We've got some students performing. We've got some international stars performing. We've got some well-known actors. I'm not going to give it all away at the moment because it's not that it's top secret or anything, but I'll let you know as soon as I can. But I think it's fair to say it's going to be an amazing, extraordinary Burns Supper online for the University of Aberdeen, for the Student Bursary Fund. So we're hoping that lots of people will feel that they're able to contribute something to the Student Bursary Fund at the University of Aberdeen to help students who are suffering at the moment, and COVID has impacted hugely on them and their studies. So whatever anyone can do. So that's next Monday, but we will be doing a kitchen concert as usual outside, hopefully with Neil's elders, and we'll be doing some Burns. But what we thought we would do is sing your favourite song, darling.
Yeah, which is that?
How do you mean, what's that?
Which one's that? Which one of my favourite songs?
Which one of your many favourite songs? Have you come out to give a clue? No.
I can easily give you a clue.
Well, no, it's fine. You tell me which of the favourite Burns songs would you like me to sing?
I would like you to sing
This
My Love is Like a Red, Red Rose or A Fond Kiss.
Okay, well, I'm glad you said A Fond Kiss because that's what we were hoping. And anyway, A Fond Kiss, I think, yes, is, well, it was still a man's song to a lady. But Robert Burns' songs, isn't it phenomenal how his music and his songs and his poetry are every bit as important and relevant today as they ever were. So here's one of the ultimate love songs, just the sort of thing that you wish your loved one would write to you. Francis is laughing already. A fond kiss and then we sever. A farewell, alas, forever. Deep in heart-wrung tears I'll pledge thee, warring sighs and groans I'll wage thee. Had we never loved so blindly, had we never loved so kindly, never met or never parted, we would ne'er be broken hearted. Fare thee weel, thou first and fairest. Fare thee weel, thou best and dearest. Thine pilka joy and treasure, peace and enjoyment, love and pleasure. A fond kiss and then we sever. A farewell, alas, forever. Deep in heart-wrung tears I'll pledge thee, warring sighs and groans I'll wage thee. I'll wage thee. I'll wage thee.
Well done.
Oh, well, thank you. That's lovely.
Heart-rending.
Heart-rending. Thank you. Well, it's hopefully to get you in the mood for Burns, buying your haggis, neeps, tatties. I know that we are going to have the Kilted Chef with us at the University of Aberdeen, and he is going to prepare some extraordinary haggis, and that will be very nice. Hello. And that was lovely. Thank you very much indeed. Oh, it's lovely just to see all of you. I want to say hello to a few other people who, yes, the Skyline of Sky that I sang earlier, that also was for Margaret Young, who was originally from Skye. Oh, Stuart Mackenzie, hello from Kiev. That's wonderful. How great. Lovely to have you, Stuart. And I noticed that your beautiful daughter has gone off to study in America. I know the feeling. So you'll be feeling it, I know. And these Burns songs are all very much loved all over the world, because in every corner of the world there will be a Burns supper. Possibly it'll be an online Burns supper this year, but in every corner of the world. And Russia in particular, the Russians absolutely adore Burns. So I think it's just marvellous how one man who basically came from Ayrshire, and his father from this neck of the woods near Stonehaven, manages still to resonate so profoundly with people all over the world. So that was just to get you in the mood a little for Burns, and to get your own Burns suppers ready and your own drams organised for next Monday night, and join us here for the kitchen concert and then for the university extraordinary concert. So we're now just about done. Stalin thought Burns was a good socialist, says. Well, I think Burns was. I think that's very true. He was certainly a man of the people, that's for sure. Now, Sophie, my daughter, who stays at home with us at the moment, she had made a request, but she seems to have got too cold and gone inside. Her request was Ali Bally Bee. So why don't we do that? Then we'll do the Maple Tree.
Sure.
So I can do this unaccompanied because everyone at home knows this one. So it just goes, and I just don't remember all of it, but Ali Bally Bee, sitting on your mummy's knee, greeting for a wee bobby to buy some Cooter's candy. Ali Bally Bee, sitting on your mummy's knee, greeting for a wee bobby to buy some Cooter's candy. Poor wee Jeanie, she's looking awfu' thin, just a rickle o' banes covered our wee skin. But noo she's getting a wee double chin, we sucking Cooter's candy. Ali Bally Bee, sitting on your mummy's knee, greeting for a wee bobby to buy some Cooter's candy. Ali Bally Bee, sitting on your mummy's knee, greeting for a wee bobby to buy some Cooter's candy, to buy some Cooter's candy. I hope Sophie heard that. That was her special request from her childhood memories. And don't forget, you can all send me in a request. We've had one in from, let me see. I'm just trying to see who requested the Maple Tree. Mind Like a Sieve here. You've sent in a couple of requests for the Maple Tree. Do we do that in the key of C?
Yes.
Do you remember?
So, yeah.
Because, yes.
Yeah, I think so. I'm sure
It's become a bit of a favourite, and thank you, Irene. It's become a bit of a favourite of lots of folk, the Maple Tree. And don't forget, you can go on to Bandcamp and get it and download it and listen to it and all of that jazz. You can do that, and we've still got, you have to find yours.
Ray Astaire, Glass House.
Ray Astaire, Glass House. So have a look, Bandcamp, Ray Astaire, Glass House. Maple Tree we're just going to do before we say au revoir. You sound just like your mum. Thank you very much. That's a great compliment. Okay, let's do the Maple Tree before we go.
Okay.
Saw you under the maple tree, a glass of rosé in the shade. The hottest summer in Burgundy, hotter than hell, they said. A toast to old friends, cheers to the new, sláinte to folk near and far. Isn't life grand? Let's dance to the band under the light of the stars. I'll remember you, I'll remember you, till the end of time you'll be on my mind, funny and loving and true. I'll remember Bon vivant, the life and the soul. You light up the room with a glance. A jig and a reel and an old-fashioned waltz. A gentleman seeking romance. A king on your throne in a lovely chateau. Born to be loved and adored. At the end of the day you seemed so far away and always went home alone. I'll remember you, I'll remember you. Till the end of time you'll be on my mind, funny and loving and true. I'll remember you, I'll remember you. I'll remember you. I'll remember you, I'll remember you. Till the end of time you'll be on my mind, funny and loving and true. I remember you, I remember you. I'll remember you. Saw you under the maple tree. Thank you. Thank you for jumping in there with that request. I threw another one at Neil, who's now perfectly used to me changing keys, throwing songs in that we hadn't even remotely planned. I hope you enjoyed it. Frank is saying, thanks Fiona and Neil, take care, stay warm. Thank you all very much. A big thank you to Neil Birse. Thank you so much. Thank you all for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Same place, same time. Keep warm, keep well, and thank you for your company. Bye for now.